In this venting session, I'm going to be talking about things that annoy me about YouTube. I'm sure everybody can relate to at least one of these things. Okay, one big thing are the people who decide to comment and write a long one-page essay before actually watching the video. They hear something that the person says in the first 30 seconds of the video, they pause the video or their ears go to eat grass, and they start writing a long essay about how offended they are when they would have realized that at the 1 minute mark, or maybe even the 31st second mark, that the person either said just kidding or this is why I'm saying this. It makes them look stupid, and it's a really good way to gauge whether or not people actually watch your video. I've done videos in the past where I'll make something really catchy or say something at the beginning of the video that people can easily misconstrue just to change it later on or to make the main point later on. And seeing my dislike ratio tells me that this percentage of people are idiots and actually did not watch the video. How can you write an essay-long comment if you've only watched 30 seconds of a 6-minute video? But it's so funny because I love watching all the other people who did actually watch the video school those people and tell them, wow, you're an idiot for clicking on a video for information and not having actually watched or listened to the information, so you could waste your time writing something that makes absolutely no sense. And now everybody can see that you're an idiot. I don't know if this is as much a nuisance, then it's just really freaking sad. The next thing that annoys me about YouTube are the people who make long intros and take 5 minutes to get to the point when it's a tutorial video, or they talk about something that has nothing to do with the video. An example of this is when I'm looking up hairstyling videos, like how to curl my hair or how to do something, and this woman comes on and she's like, hey guys, I haven't been recording for a while, and I'm like, okay, but then she goes into a 5-minute spiel about what happened to her at fucking Starbucks, and I'm like, bitch, click off. No, this is not what you title your video as. You didn't say tutorial, hair curling tutorial, and story time. No. If you're talking about a topic, that's a completely different situation, because I understand people, as I do too, like to use examples to further their point or perception of what it is they're talking about. But if it's a tutorial video, why the fuck are you telling me what you did at Starbucks and who you spoke to and what they said? Do I look like I give a fuck? And you hurt yourself that way because then people essentially click off your video. Not everybody's coming to your video as a subscriber who's remotely interested in you. I can care less what you look like. I'm just interested to know how to curl my fucking hair. In line with that are people that make cringy intros. Now, I've had my pick of the litter when it came to making cringy intros, trust me, but I've outgrown it. And I feel like at a certain subscriber rate or at a certain time you've been on YouTube, you should have gotten to that point where you realize, yeah, that's not really an intro that people like. I have to keep it short and simple, my name or something that's catchy, but not cringy. But you have these girls or these people that will start their intros like, hey everybody, and you see them dancing for like 6 minutes. Okay, 6 minutes is a little excessive. I've seen that before, but averagely it is about 2 to 4 minutes of just them dancing to a song that's, I'm sure, copywritten. And you're just waiting for the video to start, and the video is about something you want to get information for, and you're like, okay. The video can be called how to fill out a form to get your clothes at a discount or something. And you have this mook dancing in their intro like, I find that highly irritating. And while they're in the middle of getting their jam on, I do my favorite thing to do in a situation like that. I click the hell off the video. I don't leave a comment, I just click the hell off the video. If it's a smaller person, I'll be like, okay, you know what? Just a little constructive criticism. I like what you had to say about that. Maybe you should like leave that towards the end of the video. I get it if you're trying to get people's attention, but it shouldn't take 4 minutes to get so, because by the time you pass like the 10-second mark of you doing that, nobody else is interested unless you have no clothes on. And at that point, YouTube would probably take down your video anyway. The next thing that annoys me about YouTube is when YouTube makes a change that's worse than the original update they had. They will have something that is working, and instead of leaving it alone or making it look prettier, they'll just change the whole thing. It's like, oh yeah, here's the new layout. 2 months later, here's a different layout. I'm like, fucking idiots. Why don't you stick to one thing and leave it as it is? I like how they give you a certain amount of time. They're like, we're gonna get rid of this soon. You want to choose to go back to classic or use the other one? Now you can't use it. It is their website, so I can't fault them for it, but if you're gonna be doing something, and I did leave feedback, I always do leave feedback, don't take away features that we had. I don't understand why people will see a feature that people are actively using on YouTube, and in their update, they'll take it away, and people are like, dude, what is the matter with you? Come on, YouTube, what are you, bipolar? Stop. The next thing that annoys me about the YouTube platform, and it's not really YouTube's fault, it's more so the people on it. People making YouTube channels rallying or trumpeting a war cry for people to take down their channels channels, or for YouTube to take down other people's channels because it offended those people asking them to be taken down, when they could simply just block that person or stop watching. I know it sounds like a novelty, I know it sounds freaking crazy, but there are these things called eyes that can actually move within their sockets and you can avert them, or you have a finger with the motion to click off of something when you don't like it, and you can even block. You even have the option to block that person so you don't have to ever see them again on the platform. Shocking! I think a lot of people just don't know about this. They're uneducated, so maybe it's not totally their fault, but it's so funny that they would go through all of that, the whole rigmarole, petition signing, all of that. They put all that energy into getting all that together. I wouldn't even know the first place where to start with that, but you can't find the fucking block button to block someone from your view. Trust me, I support their free speech. That doesn't mean that I'm not gonna say anything about it, or I'm not gonna criticize how asinine it is. Because just like they have the right to say how annoyed they are, the person should have the right to say what they're saying about whatever it is they're saying. Let YouTube decide what they're gonna do. It's not your job. Freaking snitches. The next thing that annoys me about YouTube, and trust me, there's a longer list than this, but this is gonna be the last one for this video, is the fact that YouTube is no longer about you, essentially us. Now, when I look for stuff or topics on a specific person, and I'm expecting to see other YouTubers, all I'm getting is news and articles and all of these other shill media things that I don't really watch. I don't want to watch them. I'm not interested in seeing that. What I want to see is another YouTuber like me, another regular person talking about this. Of course, doesn't mean that some YouTubers don't lie as the news does, but I actually do want to make that decision myself. I don't want to be face raped by seeing a whole page, the first page, mind you, of people or YouTube channels that don't represent YouTubers, that actually represent cable or TV, which is a completely different platform. YouTube's trying to get its money up. I understand that, but I feel like they're giving a little bit too much power to these dudes that essentially had their own platform where they had all the power before. And they're totally forgetting the people who made them what they are. It wasn't YouTube that made itself rich. It's all the people who uploaded content to it and chose to do so. I'm paying for a premium account. The least they could do is treat me like a paying customer. And I understand all of those news media and old style platform people are probably paying too, and paying a lot of money. Needless to say, I am still paying money, and I'm bringing money to your website. Nobody wants to watch the news on YouTube. You look at those news channels, they hardly have any views, many of them. But you have YouTubers that are making a crap ton of money for the platform. People who residually and constantly bring people onto the website. The news doesn't do that. But yet they don't prioritize us. They don't prioritize those YouTubers or those people who do all that. They prioritize these outsiders that now want to take over the platform and threaten YouTube when they don't do something that these people who are just now coming on the platform don't like. I think it's stupid in a way. I feel like YouTube kind of gave up its power when it started bowing down to people who were like, we're pulling out our stuff. Look, if I was a CEO of YouTube, I would have been like, okay, pull out then. Let's see you find another large website like YouTube where you can advertise your shit. Go, I'm waiting. Go, there's a whole bunch out there. Oh wait, no, YouTube's the only one. Fuck you then. You can pull out your ads all you want, but you're gonna be back because ain't no place like YouTube that you can put your ads on where a shit ton of people's eyes are gonna fall on. We hold the cards, not you. Threaten us again and we're banning you from the website. That's what I would have done. But oh no, everybody wants to be sensitive and kind. That's not how it works in business. You keep showing weakness, people are gonna keep taking advantage of you, and that's why I think YouTube is in the state that it is right now, where one person crybabies about something and the whole platform or the person running it loses their freaking shit. Trust me, I still love YouTube as a platform. I love uploading videos. I think that YouTube is great. However, I feel like YouTube is a friend that you have known since childhood. You watch them grow up alongside you. You actually helped each other grow up, and they see this new bully or this popular rich kid that they know doesn't care about them, doesn't care about you. You know that they don't care about YouTube or care about you, and YouTube is bending over backwards to help that person, and they just completely forget about you. So that was a small little event. But anyways, maybe they'll get better, and maybe they'll get so bad that somebody else actually will come along. I know everyone's like, that's never gonna happen. It's very unlikely. You never know. When people are pushed to the limit, what happens? There's nothing to motivate people creating an opportunity to compete against something else than that thing that's a monopoly becoming essentially a disgusting monopoly with an authoritative dictatorship. It's either they change or they'll eventually be dethroned. I don't want that to happen, but it's usually what does. Why we have America in the first place. Anyways, that's all I have to say.